Hello.
Sweet Mega Man X4 poster in the background.
Hey, thanks. I moved everything around, so now I'm stuck in this like closet corner.
How's the desk going?
You like R. Kelly?
No, I'm not in the closet.
Trapped in the closet.
Closet?
Now there's a
R. Kelly's
midget, and Bridget is kissing the midget.
Weird Al's parody is even better.
It's hard to parody like a fucking trash heap like that.
Yeah, I know, but Weird Al somehow did it.
Of course he does.
My audio on. Does everything sound okay? I moved my mic too. I don't know.
You sound fine to me, buddy.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. We're still working on the desk. Brooke just went to mess with some other stuff to not be too loud in here, but she might come back in and start like doing some of the comic placing. So if you hear a little background noise, it's her.
Shh.
We want to get this done, so because I want to get rid of this stupid desk.
Everyone recording?
I'm recording.
Yep.
That's a yes from everybody?
Yes, captains.
Alright. Maybe I should just let Justin host. Or, well, I'll do the introductions and then you can host the show. It's just from last week. You guys did a good job.
We did alright.
Yeah. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to the video game newsy news. Nope, that's not it.
Wow. So maybe you had a point.
Nice.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Try Shot Gamescast. Each and every week, friends gather around, talk about the games they've been playing and shit going on in their lives. This week is Justin.
Hi, this week is me. I am this week.
Yeah. We also have Lo and Ben.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? This evening, this afternoon thing.
I've started the Church of Bongo Cat.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't think you started that.
How many people are in the Church of Bongo Cat?
Yeah.
Everybody on Twitter, apparently.
Those are people I don't want to talk to.
Oh, no. Bongo Cat is at least wholesome, unlike a certain other thing that exploded this week.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention it because I'm trying to keep this podcast pure. Like
Don't say
Bongo
it.
Cat.
You know what's pure? My coworker's coming at 9:00 p.m. after volunteering at Sick Kids Hospital to deliver me a Domino's pizza.
That's some Hallmark shit right
It doesn't
there.
get more pure. It doesn't get any purer than that.
Purer.
Something.
Yeah, that works.
Purer. I think, is that? I don't know.
Brought to you by Purell.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that. Sometimes my coworkers do listen to the show, so I just want to shout out Effie. Hello. Thank you.
We love you.
Yep. So this week, let's start with Justin. What's been on your mind?
Gaming wise, I haven't done much. I'll get that out of the way first. I played some God of War 3 Remastered after we talked about it last week. Because I remember that that was the thing I hadn't downloaded yet, so I went ahead and did that. And I only played the first probably half an hour to an hour or so. Kind of like the little entrance part where you're like taking down Terra or whatever. Not taking down, like saving, I guess, from Poseidon. And it's like this cool, epic, like Battle of the Gods and all that. It's still not a great opening section because it just feels like it just throws you right into a combat. So like you're learning the ropes while in the middle of what should be an epic fight. I don't know. It's not the way I like to start a game, but it's cinematic, I guess, which is cool. But there was a weird part. Like I said, this is the remastered version. So it's like it was a PS3 game, or sorry, PS3 game that they remastered for PS4, and it doesn't look great, like as a remaster, especially if you compare it to the new God of War game. It's still very like kind of old and chunky, but they did their best, I guess, with some of the textures and things like that. But I don't know, maybe mine just wasn't running well because it looked like a lot of the textures kept popping in. And I went down inside of Terra. I think it's Terra. I don't.
Gaia?
Like the female version. Gaia, thank you. The female version of I've been editing Final Fantasy IX, and that's around the part where they're bringing in Terra and Gaia, and yeah, I forgot which one was which.
Gotcha,
anyway,
gotcha.
so yeah, I go inside Gaia to like kill the evil things inside of her or whatever, and the textures just like derped. Like at first I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's on fire or something, and it's like it was red, but no, it's like that broken, like you can see the collision detection grid, like the red grid when there's no textures to display, like over what should be textures. And there was like just black spots where the like black squares where the like overhanging textures and things should have been. And so it's like I could go through the area just fine. Like there was nothing stopping me from progressing through it. It was just like the scene was broken. So I was moving through like a wireframe section. And what's weird is like it wasn't just like the one room. It's like basically once I went into, this is only gonna make sense for people to know the game, but I dropped into Gaia and you have to like kind of like go down the wall and like around into it, and all of that was red and broken. And then like you kind of end up in this like this kind of hallway, like roundabout hallway chasm area that was also broken. And then I walked through that, like down a hallway, and about halfway down, it just fixed itself. So it's like I could kind of, it's like the, you know, when you're in the border between states and you could like jump from one state to the other, and like there's usually the line there saying like now entering, now leaving. It was like that, except it was like broken game, fixed game. So it's like I could see both at the same time if I put the camera just the right way. And it's just like it was just that one little section that just like wasn't built for some reason.
Interesting.
It was really weird. Yeah, I ended pretty soon after that. I like the first save point I was like, okay, I think that's enough of this for now. But I want to get back into it. I just haven't really had time. But that was not a very good first experience with that game after like not liking it the first time I played it. But aside from that, I haven't really played too much. I got into Computer Monitor this week. So I was playing around with that a little bit, trying to get the FreeSync to work, which I found out only works with DisplayPort. So I guess I need to get a DisplayPort adapter because I was trying to do it with HDMI. And so I booted up just the first game I could think of, which was Rise of the Tomb Raider, because I was like, oh, this will look good with FreeSync. I was having some frame issues on it anyway. And I booted it up, and it's like the monitor would like click. It was like a... And it would flicker black, and then you know go back to the game, and then flicker black again, and then go back to the game. And it's like it couldn't display it properly because I had the FreeSync on, which only works with DisplayPort. So it's like it was trying to activate it but couldn't do it through the cord. So it was like physically breaking the connection to the display, and it was really scary because I was like, did I already break my new monitor? All I had to do was turn FreeSync off, and it's been fine ever since. So it was just like it doesn't tell you. I mean, it's in the instruction booklet, I'm sure, but it doesn't tell you that it only works with DisplayPort. It's just when you do the wrong connection, you have to turn FreeSync off, or it'll freak out when you open a game. So that was kind of annoying. But I did play a little bit more of Rise of the Tomb Raider just because I had it up already, and that's still really good. But I don't like the combat. I went through a combat section, and then like pretty much I got through that section, and I'm like, I'm done. Because I don't enjoy that stuff. It's like there's some limited melee. Like I think there's a button that like you can use your bow and like kind of smack at, or use your hook thing that you like hook into cliffs and stuff with. Use that to like hit people with, and then you can get a skill at some point that's like kind of a dodge reaction like takedown. Like a timed button press, shows up on screen. But aside from that, it's just kind of taking people out with a bow and dodging. So it's like it's not that hard. Like you can pretty much duck behind a thing and pick everyone off with one bow shot because they're human. You hit them in the head, they're dead. Like, but it's just not fun. So I really enjoy the puzzle sections of that, but the combat's kind of a slog. Yeah, aside from that, it's kind of been more technical stuff. I'm trying to get more editing done on my next video that I've recorded last weekend. I had a lot of issues recording that because I was trying to figure out my new lights. And I remembered that I had only plugged one of the batteries in because it's battery powered. So I took the one out, put it in, and then tried to charge the other one. And they take forever to charge, apparently. So I left it for like 2 hours, plugged it in, started recording, and 10 minutes in, the light died.
No.
So I was like, well, crap. I stopped there and then charged it a little bit longer, did some other stuff while I was waiting, and then tried it again, just like after another few hours to try to get the entire thing filmed at least. And I did, and like the light lasted the whole time. And then I checked my phone because I used my phone to record, and the storage had filled up like 20 minutes into the video.
No.
And it didn't know anything. I just did the whole thing, and it was like, I feel good about that. That was good, yeah. And yeah, storage was full. So luckily, I still had the computer audio. So like, I did it all again. Like I basically went back through with the remaining light time I had because I was worried they were going to die again. And just like found the bits that I thought would be, me, like that I would actually need to be on camera for, and just like picked and chose and redid those, and then kept the audio from the previous recording. So like it might sound a little bit weird when I finally get it out, but I mean it's the same audio setup and everything. It's just like my vocal, tendencies might be a little different in the two different recordings because it was much later at night. I think I started all that like trying to record like 5 or 6 and ended at like 11:30. And I was like, okay, if this sucks, that's fine. Like I'm not recording. So I didn't even get to start editing or anything. And then Sunday we built the computer desk. So like I got a little bit of editing done in the morning, but then like my wife woke up and we always do like grocery shopping and stuff on. But she woke up and started looking at different like blueprints and things because I moved my room all around to have a better recording space. And I've got this like awful like glass like Amazon desk. So it's glass top, which is super loud.
Sorry. Does anyone else hear like a whistling or something, or like a feedback?
No.
No? Is that just me? Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think that's just the whistling in your head.
I didn't notice anything. I'll keep an ear out for it now.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything though.
Okay, but yeah, so it's like metal frame, like really cheap, basically. And when we were trying to move everything around, like this desk was just obnoxious to move like 10 feet across the room to where I am now. Because it's like you have to kind of move all parts of it at once, or else it'll like bow awkwardly, and like the glass will pop off the suction cups that hold it to the frame, and it's not good. So we talked about maybe building one because they're not that hard. I mean, you put some plywood on some legs, call it a day. Not demeaning anyone that actually knows like carpentry and stuff. You can make a very complicated, fancy desk. We were just saying it wouldn't be that hard for us to make one. And so Sunday she got up and started looking on like, just Google image kind of for different ideas. We got kind of an idea of how it would work, even with like still having kind of an L-shaped design to it. Because I keep like my my soundboard and stuff on a separate part off to the side. And we had to go get groceries and stuff. And she was like just so focused on this. I'm like, do you just want to go get wood? Like you're looking at all of this stuff, like you're talking to me about everything that you want to do with it. Do we just need to go get wood and build this today? She's like, I mean, we need to get groceries and clean. And I'm like, you're just gonna keep thinking about this thing. Let's just build it. So in like 5 hours, we like got the wood, brought it all home, and built like the basic design of the desk. It was a long Sunday. We kind of hurt Monday morning. She had a really bad migraine actually because I think she pushed herself a little too hard, but. It looks really good. I haven't put any pictures or anything out of it yet because until we get it like finished, it's gonna look kind of cheap. But yeah, halfway through the week, we're going to take like the big topper part over to her dad's house to have him cut it down to a bit of a smaller size because the lip was like 4 inches out from the legs. And once you put like the floating monitor mount that I have and like the mic, like floating mic mount and everything, it would probably just tip to the front. It would just tip over because there's too much lip. So we wanted him to cut it down, and he's like, "Oh, I've got a thicker piece of plywood for the top if you want." After we'd already like made the screw holes through the top into the wood legs and everything. So then we basically had to rebuild it because we had to like find new holes through to the legs because you can't just like do it, you know. So we're kind of back to the point where we were last Sunday now. We added the little L part that's like on brackets that can fold down. So it takes up a little less space, and also like it's a little easier to move. Because once you drop the L part down, you can just kind of roll it. It's on wheels. But you can pull that up to set stuff on it, whatever. So it's going to be really nice and universal. And I've also been tearing out pages of comic books and like just kind of old. We just got some new ones today. Oh, yeah, my webcam's over here now. We got some new ones today at the comic book store. They have different paper texture now than they used to. It's not that kind of like yellowed, newspaper texture like it used to be. And I'm kind of worried they're not gonna like sit the same way on the desk, because you have to kind of like paper mache it almost. Like you put the glue, on there to kind of seal it on, and then you do like a coat of acrylic paint over the top to like make it smooth. And I'm worried that these like kind of more slick, like glossy pages aren't gonna
coated,
look or feel the same on there. Like they're not gonna stick as well. But I'm loving, like I have a bunch of old 90s comics and things that I've been putting on there. We just didn't have enough. So we had to go get more, and what they have now are the more modern, modern versions of things. But it meant I could get some characters that were missing, like Miles Morales, Spider-Man, like, things like that I wanted on there, but I couldn't do. So yeah, we're going to like cover the entire desk in comic book pages to hide some of the imperfections in the wood, because it is just plywood. And like the screw holes and things that we put through it, hide all that stuff, and I think it's going to look really cool. So I'll share that when it's all done. But that's been most of my week, is like every night kind of doing another part of that. Well, like watching videos and stuff and trying to get a little bit of editing done every night. But I haven't really had any time to play anything, so you just get a little insight into our DIY project. But it's looking pretty good. I've shown you guys at least, and I'm happy with it. But we did get the lip on tonight. And like those latches are really cool. Like you just pop a few things and it drops down with a really satisfying click, so it's locked in place.
Yeah. And
then you just pop it back up. Like, it's really simple.
Nice.
So I'm happy with it.
Cool. Lo, what have you been up to?
Not too much gaming wise. Just more Warframe, just grinding for various things. It's like as soon as I was like, okay, cool, I've gotten enough of this thing, and then all of a sudden there's a new event, there's another thing you have to grind for. I'm like, crap, I do need some of that stuff, so I should probably run a few more missions. So it's just one of those things. So just that's mainly it that I've been playing.
Did you get any exotic emotes?
Exotic emotes? No, I haven't gotten any exotic emotes. Actually, I'm not even sure. I know there's emotes in Warframe. I just don't know if you're just like, oh, here's one. Like I found it from RNG. Like I don't know. Like, but I have one in Destiny 2 though. I have my popcorn one. It's the only one I have.
Nice.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Warframe, and I've just been other than that, I've just been doing the Grubhub thing. I've been putting myself out there a little bit more as far as like freelancing stuff. I put myself up on Fiverr, not Fiverr, Fiverr. And
I give you a Fiverr for fiber.
Yeah, fiber. Got to get my fiber. Maybe it's my body telling me that I need fiber. Maybe I need to eat some Raisin Bran after this or something. But anyways, Fiverr. People are annoying on Fiverr, and they don't know what they want, and it's dumb. Like, it started with, hey, we're looking for a male voice to do a voiceover for our projects. Would you mind doing an audition for us? I'm like, sure. And then they sent me an example of what they wanted. I'm like, okay, male voice, casual, laid back. I can do this. No big deal. So I did my audition thing. And then they're like, and then the person responds like, oh, well, you sound great, but I don't like the quality. I'm like, wait, it sounds great, but you don't like the quality. Does not compute. So basically at the end of it, there was just some back and forth bullshit. And then at the end of it, it's like, oh, we ended up going with this other person. And it turns out they just ended up just going with the female voice. So I'm like, all right, cool. just wasted an afternoon for me. Thanks, guy. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Though. It's Fiverr though, so like I've heard mixed things about Fiverr, Upwork, things like that. So I'm assuming there's just going to be more of that crap, and then I'm gonna find somebody who's actually knows what they want, and they're gonna be easy to work with, and it'll be great. But I just kind of started with that, so that's just kind of I'll let you guys know how that goes.
I can tell you didn't do
forward.
theater growing up.
What's that?
I can tell you didn't do theater growing up.
Actually, I did. I was mostly
that's basically
backstage,
how
though.
theater works.
Yeah.
You go in for an audition, they say exactly what they want, you give them that, they're like, can you do it different? How? Just give me something different. Okay. They know exactly what they want, but they don't tell you.
Yeah, it's like this weird disconnect. They know what they want, they have it in their head, they just can't get it to come out of their mouth in a way towards like, oh, okay, I get you. Like it's interesting. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting. Just one interesting thing about that is like you kind of like figure out different ways to communicate with people depending on how they communicate or don't communicate, or whatever it may be, or whatever form it may be in. So, it's just another challenge in life. But yeah, other than that, that's been pretty much it. Grubhub's been kind of slow lately, but I think that's just because I haven't been online for a while, probably. I'm thinking just if I stay on, I'll probably get some more trips. But yeah, that's been my week so far. Kind of boring.
All right.
Welcome to the Charge Shot Not Gamescast.
I was gonna say, Ben, did you play a video game this week?
Yeah, I did play a game for the record.
Yeah, I've played a couple of things. I played Shovel Knight because I'm getting ready to release a Let's Play of that soonish. Played the first 3 stages, and that game is still good. It felt like, you know, this is the first time I've played it in at least 2 years. I know the game's been out almost 4, but I know I played it about at least 2 years ago. But it just felt good. Still controls really, really well. You know, great music as always, but just wanted an excuse to replay it, and the Let's Play is just doing that for me. I'm probably gonna record some more footage some Sunday night. This is Friday for those who are paying attention at home, so I'll probably do more, and then start doing the official like record voiceover stuff, and you know, give my sort of stupid analysis that people don't pay me for. Outside of that, I've been playing Octopath Traveler. That's kind of kicked into high gear because I kind of put it away for a while, for Blaze Cross Tag, and there was something, and the Super Nintendo Classic kind of took up my time. But like, I don't know what it was this past week, but like, I've been just killing boss after boss after boss, and in like 1 or 2 tries. You know, I'm not over leveled, but like, it's giving me because I'm the kind of person who doesn't prepare when they play JRPGs and going into boss fights. I'm just like, fuck it, let's wing it, let's go. And but something about Octopath is like making me like think about it, like think about things. So spoilers now, because either you've had the game and you've beaten it, or you're not going to play it at this point, or you're going to get to it and this won't matter by the time you do play it. I was playing through Hannes Chapter 3. In the end of it, you fight a dragon. And if she marvels at like how it's like, oh my god, it's a fucking dragon. It's crazy. You don't exist. And at first it's like, okay, what's your deal? And that's the thing with every boss, like, what's your deal? So I learned, it kicked my ass the first time because I kept getting nuked by fire. And then I realized, like, wait a minute, I have fire charms. Like, I had one that like completely like eliminates fire. Then I had another one that like reduces fire damage greatly. And then, you know, I was like, wait a minute, I have Reflect. I haven't used this fucking spell at all the entire playthrough. And it was just so satisfying to set up barriers with not Tharja, what's her name? Primrose, because she's my dancer, Claire, because she's my wholesome good girl. Wholesome dancer turned good girl. And she's just setting up barriers. That's her only thing. And it's so satisfying when he nukes me and 2 of my characters just say, nah, fam, I don't even touch that. And then the damage goes back to him. It was so satisfying. But the more I've played of Octopath, the more I'm loving it. Like, even the whole interconnectivity stuff has started to not bother me anymore, simply because of how strong the individual stories are. Like I was playing Tressa's, and while this isn't necessarily focused on Tressa as a character, because her sort of obsession is finding this great treasure and living her life, but she meets this guy who's a merchant who was a former pirate, and you kind of flash back. They have a flashback sequence where he talks about his old friend who were both pirates. They both, they didn't run the Seven Seas, but they were competition with each other, and like it had this very cathartic moment where one of them was like, I've done all these things, I've robbed all these things, I have all these wonderful treasures, but is that enough? What is my life? What do I do now? I have all these things and I feel like everything's worthless. And it's just like that's what I love about this game, is that it's real. It doesn't try to hide any of the bullshit through allegories or anything like that. Like, yeah, there's fantastical elements to it, but it's all like stuff you've encountered in real life. Some of it's a little over dramatized, but like when it comes to those heart to heart moments, it's just like, wow, I feel you, fam. I feel you.
You've said fam too much.
Yeah. By the way, only people from the UK should be able to say fam, because they sound the best when saying it, even though I keep saying it.
Not even them, no.
But yeah, the game's super exciting. I actually, right before we started recording, I just beat Ophelia's Chapter 3, and that was super satisfying because it was that classic trope of, I'm gonna heal you, I'm gonna attack you, go after the healer first. All right, bitch, you're down. And it took me a little bit, but I finally got it down. But I love this game. I love it. What else have I played? I played a little bit of Dragon Ball FighterZ before we started. Unlike Justin, I didn't take out the whole show to play a game I'm highly been anticipating.
It's because it's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, but it's a game I'm looking for. I was looking forward to this entire year.
A game that came out like 6 months ago.
That I haven't had a chance to play. Excuse me if I don't have a PS4 living in Poverty Nation over here. Anyways.
It's on PC and Xbox as well.
What do you think of Fighters? I want to hear
I mean, I played the beta, but that was fun, but I can't really draw an impression because I literally played one match.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Yeah, so I can't really give too much of an impression other than that I want to stay up all night and just play it, but I can't because I gotta go to work early and I'm not 12 anymore.
Which is why I took off the show to play Spider-Man that time.
Yeah, and I'm being respectful to the show and being here because I love this show. Damn it,
they did fine without me. I assume.
Let's see. What else have I been playing? That's about it for me, I think. I mean, Street Fighter V. I was talking to these guys off right before we started that. It's to the point with that game that I can take off a month and I can come back to it, do a couple of things. I'm like, okay, I know where I'm at, and just get into a groove, and it makes me so happy. Like I could have the worst day ever. I could have a horrible day at work. I'll come home, I'll boot up Street Fighter V, I'll either play as Chun-Li or Rashid, and like, even if I lose, I'm just like, yeah, I did this. All right, that's enough. I'll play 5 matches and that's it. And I love that. I love that I'm at that point with this game. Oh God, I know there's something else I played that I can't think of right now. No, I think that's it. Oh, Secret of Mana, I played that. That game is bad.
Cool. The remake?
No, the SNES version on the Super Nintendo Classic. I don't know how people like that game, man. That game is like awkward and weird and everything. Like navigating the world feels a little weird.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a typical RPG.
Yeah, it's different.
It's a relic of its era.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how. I don't know how people like it. I don't think it's I didn't have a bad experience in it because I did get into a groove where like, okay, I want to play more, and I actually beat that Tiger boss, which I think is. Every time I've seen people talk about that game, that Tiger boss is like that first test of difficulty, and I beat it in my first try. Granted, I struggled a little bit, but I was like, okay, I got this. By the way, thanks, video game, for not telling me how to switch characters. Like, that would have been nice. It took me like at least a couple hours, and like, well, how do I get this armor onto the girl? Oh, I press select. Thanks, Google. So,
Ooh, Legend of Mana is one that would sell me at a PlayStation Classic. I haven't played that game since the PlayStation 1. That game is awesome.
I haven't heard that name in years.
Right? It's one of those, I want to find the disc and like make Brooke play it with me on her actual PlayStation 1.
It's so good.
But if they put it on the Classic, I would get that.
Yeah, good game. So much to do.
but
That's probably the height of the Mana series, by the way, Ben, if you haven't played it.
I don't really care for the Mana series. Playing Secret of Mana is kind of killing my interest. And then when I accidentally uploaded I actually started because the weird thing about Super Nintendo Classic, and I was tired when I booted it up because I booted up a save state and not the game, and basically all my progress got wiped out to right when I entered the Dwarven Cavern. So all like the battle with the witch in the old forest and that castle, the tiger boss, all gone. And I tried to play it again. I'm just like, man, I don't want to do that again. I did that once. So
do you judge every series by the first game in it?
No, but I mean, I don't have access to a lot of them. So like, if
That's fair.
If the first game,
well, you're just like, oh, I don't care about the Mana series after playing that one.
Well, I mean, if they're just like, it could get better, but I don't have easy access to Legend of Mana. I mean,
The sequel is a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I hear. I just don't have access to them, and I have no desire. Like, there's a lot of JRPGs that I don't care about. Persona, I'm looking at you.
I don't care about Persona.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. We have our vices. I'll play the first one.
Philistines everywhere.
Like it's fine. I like the music. I like the battle music, but like overall, I think I'm just much more of a fan of my traditional. Okay, you stand here, and attack. There you go. That's just how I am. Yeah. And that's fine. But I think I really just want to play Chrono Trigger again, if anything. That's playing Secret Mana just made me want to play Chrono Trigger again. That's the truth of it all. But I haven't done it yet because I'm lazy.
Oh.
And the DS version's better.
Well, I have that too. I have both versions, so.
Then play that.
But I want to play on the Super Nintendo.
But the DS version is better.
I mean, it's the same game, just with touchscreen and a couple more stuff. It's basically the same game for the most part.
It's got new, better stuff, though.
I mean, like
new story elements and like some
connect to Chrono Cross. That doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter to me. I like, to me, the core game of Chrono Trigger is what I played on the DS. And that's a great game by itself, and that's the same game as the Super Nintendo.
The cinematics in it are great. They fill in some cool story stuff, and
I can just YouTube that shit.
While you're playing?
Yeah, I have YouTube open anyways. Why not?
Yeah, all right.
Multitasking. Anyways, that's all I've played. Shovel Knight is great. Go play it.
Ben said that he played Street Fighter earlier. Speaking of Street Fighter, I've been playing Street Fighter.
No way.
What?
Did
they add Destiny characters to it or something?
No. I was at a friend's place, and he had the 30th anniversary collection. And out of all the games on that collection, I asked him to play Street Fighter.
Wait, the first one?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh.
You could have played Super Turbo. You could have played Alpha 1. You could have played New Generation, which is not great. But you went with like
the first one. Like,
Isn't the first one just like a beat 'em up game?
No, the first one's an actual fighting game.
It's an actual fighting game.
It's jank.
It's hilarious.
It's jank personified.
I know it's like trash amongst like a critical view, but I had so much fun playing that game.
Did you know?
It's so basic. Like it's basically just one character that you're facing off against another character with the same moveset. It's basically a mirror match. Like the only fighting game back then, or the first fighting game, was a mirror match game. Yeah, it's so simple, and like the moves are jank when you do them. The whole frame rate slows down to a crawl when you do a Hadouken. It's hilarious. But yeah, like as like a fighting game noob and like someone who's not great at them, I had so much fun playing that one.
Nice.
And it was impossible to do any of the moves. It was like super hard. Like all the timing. I guess the timing was just really difficult back then. But
it wasn't that. It was just because back then it wasn't like quarter circle forward or stuff like that, or quarter circle back or charge. certain arcade cabinets of Street Fighter 1, you literally would punch to like do a move, and depending on the power of your punch, like the strength of your punch, then that would make a move come out. That's why it does it. If you do a Tatsumaki Tsubukia, doing quarter circle back, it's not going to always work. Or doing just a quarter circle forward, you're not going to get a Doken all the time. But when you do, that shit nearly kills your opponent, and it's so satisfying.
Yeah, it feels really good.
That sounds like a cool system, though. Like judging the attack based on how hard you hit.
Yeah, if it worked properly, that is.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, like the arcade system, not the way it translated to console.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. And my friend that I played against, he's like a fighting game enthusiast like Ben. Street Fighter's his game. And so
Nice.
yeah, it just felt really good to just school him at the first Street Fighter game.
Yeah, but seriously, just play Super Turbo next time. Or play Hyper Fighting. Hyper Fighting is fun.
And it's hilarious. They don't even have names. It's just like USA and Japan. That's it.
Yeah. OG Ryu and Ken before they were Ryu and Ken.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just play Mortal Kombat.
No.
better.
Nah.
Mortal Kombat 1 is more jank than Street Fighter 1.
That's not even a little bit true.
Yes, it
Mortal
is.
Kombat 1 is actually a pretty solid fighting game.
If
for
you
a
like,
first
if you like
series.
these to be mediocre, sure.
I like you.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yes.
Yeah, I went there.
Yeah. Well, I've been throwing shit at you all night, so it's okay.
True.
Yeah. So yeah, Street Fighter 1. I would play that again.
Yeah, now you're making me want to put in the my anniversary collection, just do arcade mode through with Chun-Li again for Alpha 1, 2, and 3.
Nice.
Yeah, so other than that, I've been playing Yakuza 0. I've been mostly just doing the real estate side stories, and I've been posting my stuff. What?
And taking pictures.
That's
Yeah.
the thing?
Yeah, I've been taking like screenshots. Yeah, you have a side business that's in real estate, and there's I think 5 different billionaires, and you end up taking over each one of their territories and fighting all of them.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
pretty cool.
I really need to play this fucking series already.
Me too. Me
There's one side story that I did where I was doing bowling. I was trying to take over the bowling area, and one of the side stories was that you have to get 3 strikes in a row. It's called a turkey in bowling, and they would give you a turkey to eat. And they screwed up, and they didn't have a turkey for you to eat, and they had a live chicken. And they're like, well, we could just kill the chicken and give it to you if you want. And then your guy just stares at it and goes, I'll call you Nugget. And then you can have him like as one of the managers of your area. And he actually has pretty good buffs, like some better than the people that you start off with.
Fucking Yakuza just seems... I need to play this game fucking already, man.
Pretty hilarious. Also, if you do the side story in the Sega arcade, you get Hang On. So you can play Hang On if you want.
Nice.
Nice.
Outrun is
Classic.
super hard. I didn't realize how hard it was.
What, Outrun?
Is
Yeah.
so Outrun
Yeah.
is, towards the end it gets pretty tough.
Well, it's a
Yeah.
fucking
First-
arcade game. What do you expect?
Yeah. Yeah.
Quarter muncher.
Yeah.
So satisfying.
I always lose track of the conversation when you guys start talking about Sega franchises. I don't know what any of these things are.
They're just that obscure, that's why.
Just like
I
arcade.
think like we should just start bringing up like Echo the Dolphin and Gunstar Heroes just for no fucking reason.
I know what Echo the Dolphin is.
This is just arcade
Because that was
stuff.
on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Not originally, but like there was a Dreamcast version.
Yeah, a very bad version of Echo. I mean,
Yeah, but I'm just saying I know what that is.
Yeah. Anyways, go out there, get Yakuza 0. It's $20 American. Like, come on, man. You won't find a better
Support-
value proposition than that.
Support Sega. Maybe they'll eventually do Virtua Fighter 6, and I can become an esports player.
You
It'll
just
be-
give up on that.
It'll be in
dream now.
Yakuza.
Hey man, every fucking other fighting game franchise is coming back. I can believe.
Thomas is probably right. They'll just put it in Yakuza. That's
It'll be like
play
Frog
Virtua Fighter 5.
Fractions 2. They just put it in a different game.
Shit, I'll take a HD port of Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown for all new consoles. I'll take that.
Ooh, yes.
I
like
think
that too.
Virtua Fighter 5 is in Yakuza 6.
It is,
Yeah.
and Virtua Fighter
No
5
way.
is fucking awesome.
That's cool.
I haven't gotten. Yeah, I'm gonna get there eventually.
Oh, I was joking about that. It's actually
Yeah, it's in the game. You can play it.
Yeah.
that's funny.
I played a little bit of Forza Horizon 3 just to prepare myself for Forza Horizon 4 coming out soon. I forgot how good that game is, like just driving around and the force feedback and the triggers, like no one ever does that anymore. what blew me away, like I played this game for a few hours, and I forgot that it had voice activated controls for the GPS. So it feels so natural now because we have like echoes and stuff like that. And I can't wait for like I'm probably gonna like hook up everything properly for voice activation in 4.
Nice.
And get that on PC.
Gonna get like a steering wheel.
Engage
All set up.
boosters.
I have a very old steering wheel. I don't know if it's compatible anymore.
I had a steering wheel set up for Crazy
like
Taxi for the Dreamcast back in the day.
I don't know if the 64. I've seen some of those cool like kind of gaming chair like VR setups.
Yeah.
Where like the chair like moves side to side as you turn, and so like you turn the steering wheel and your chair tilts with you, and like it actually feels. Like
Yeah.
So imagine like that with the force feedback on Forza. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be so cool.
That would be sweet. Yeah.
Even without the VR, you didn't need that.
I went to like a gaming convention like years ago when I first started writing for the university paper, and I think they had Gran Turismo 6 for the PS3 there, and they had that setup that you're talking about with like the chair and the steering wheel and stuff. It's pretty sweet.
I've also seen some like for flight games, like flight simulation games, with like the stick, and it's like you're actually in a roll cage, and it'll like flip you over like 360 degrees. And you had the stick, and you're like rolling around, and it's
that's
some crazy rigs.
That is intense.
That's insane. I'll talk a little bit about Forsaken, just because they've been doing some crazy stuff over the last few weeks.
Just a little, huh?
Destiny. Right.
Yes, Destiny. They've done some crazy stuff over the last few weeks. They've just been like, there's a thing called the Dreaming City. It's a place where the Awoken come from, the Awoken race. And every single week on the reset, something new happens to the city, and like it just changes and evolves. And you can see the like the Ascendant realm coming into the Awoken city and like just twisting it into a darker image of itself. It's super cool. There's like tons of secrets and stuff that are being discovered every week. There's a new like 3-man raid that's been discovered. It's insane, and like it was hidden. Like like people have to discover this stuff.
Really?
That's awesome.
It's super cool, man. Like I've been really enjoying it. It's just once I'm done all my weekly stuff, I just go play Yakuza for a while until the reset. It's great. I've been really enjoying it.
It was neat, like when they were talking about that raid that like changed the world after the first raid team beat it.
Yep.
Like those kind of things really do change the longevity of a game.
Yeah.
I'm just still not going to get Forsaken to see any of it.
Yeah.
There's too many other things coming out.
Yep. Absolutely. I understand.
Man 11 comes out on Tuesday. Like, come on. Mario Party comes out next Friday. Like, Spyro. Oh no, Spyro's still late. I don't care about Red Dead.
Oh,
you can have your horse testicles.
Yeah, there's just there's a bunch of stuff coming up this holiday, but Destiny will be my anchor while I go off and do other things as well.
Yeah.
All right. Justin, where can the people find your stuff?
They can find me on Twitter and YouTube if they look up Zero Score. I already plugged my new video at the beginning, so just wait for that.
Low.
Y'all can find me on Twitter at Nero the Hero, N3R0, THEH3R0. You can also find me on YouTube, Nero the Hero, spelled with letters. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also find me here now, because I'm back.
Yay. Ben.
You can find me at twitter.com/MarvaSiggy. No jokes this time. Anything all comic book related stuff. If you want to check out, I write for the GreenLanternCorps.com. DC just released a pretty controversial new series. New series. There's no nudity, but it's controversial. Called Heroes in Crisis #1. So if you're curious about that, if you've read the comic, you want to hear my thoughts on it or read my thoughts on it, you can go check out that review. If you haven't read the book and you're going to read the review, warning, there are spoilers, so kind of takes away the impact. So yeah, that's about it for me.
And you can find me, your host Thomas, on Twitter, CSG Thomas on Twitter. You can also check us out at charshot.com. That's where all of our audio, video, written content lives. You can also check us out on Discord. Just go to our website, charshot.com. You can join our Discord for either the wrestling Discord or just the gaming Discord, where I post pictures of Yakuza and cool Destiny stuff. You can also email me, thomas@charshot.com. And until then, guys, enjoy your games.
Bye.
All right.
Ben, by the way, when we were at the comic store, I picked up the next trade of Saga. So I'm back
Nice.
in. They just released 9 apparently, so it was time to get 7. Like, I'm trying to stay behind, but now they're going on a year-long break.
You
so
have plenty of time to catch up because the book's going to be on haze for over a year.
I know. I'm probably just going to catch up at this point. I've been doing good at staying 2 trades behind, but if they're going to wait a year, I'll just catch up.
Yeah, exactly. You'll be on board with everybody else.
Mhm.
Because I think everything's caught up now. So
Yeah.
I finished Invincible this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Video Game News Show, hosted by your host Thomas and Lo
Yo.
and Ben
Cowabunga!
and Justin.
I thought you were going to forget about me. I was ready to say hi.
I gotta change things up, keep you on your toes. First story of the news week is follow-up to the Telltale saga.
Oh.
Oh boy, the never-ending saga.
Last week you guys talked about the layoffs that happened. Apparently, like 90% of the company was without jobs and severance, and rapidly toward approaching a deadline to finding health insurance. Company also has another complication on the hands. Former employees have suggested that the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification, the WARN Act, requires employees to be notified 60 days in advance of mass layoffs and full location closure. And it just seems like they haven't given them that 60-day advance notice. And so there's
We're supposed to pay out wages and things for 60 days following termination.
Oh, okay.
They basically aren't giving them proper severance.
Yeah.
Uh,
And Telltale is now named as a defendant in the WARN Act class action lawsuit. Case first reported by Polygon, brought up by Vernie Roberts, represented in Forella Braun Martel LLP in the Federal District of Northern California. The suit demands payment of unpaid wages and benefits, including accrued holiday pay, vacation pay, pension, retirement contribution, etc., for the 60-day notification period that was not afforded.
So basically, Telltale just closing its doors and saying, y'all have 30 minutes to get out of here, surprisingly was not the way that should have been handled.
Really?
Who would have thunk it?
right?
This is a mess. And what's stupider, we didn't put this on here specifically, but I think right now their pinned tweet is still about how they're working on new partners to finish off The Walking Dead, the final season. So basically saying, hey, don't worry, fans, we're going to try to finish this project for you so that the money you've given to the season pass or whatever won't be lost. But right now, like especially with them being sued, any money they get from any partners, regardless of the situation, is going to have to go to unpaid severance for their employees. Like,
right.
You can't get around that. Any deal they make is going to have to include that in the deal. Like, oh, by the way, you also have to pay the employees we didn't pay. They're not going to get a partner to complete their projects then.
Right.
They're going to file bankruptcy. No one's going to get anything. And the people that paid for the season pass for this Walking Dead season are going to be screwed. Because when you file bankruptcy, you don't have to pay your debts.
Yeah.
Like, it's absurd. What are they thinking?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. It's crazy that they had the story was so convoluted and everything. It was like, oh, we still have 25 employees still working here. It's not a complete closure. And then you're trying to figure out how to pay them, and then, like you said, they're trying to get people to just give them an investment, and like an angel investor or something.
Yeah. To finish off this project when they have unpaid employees still.
Yeah, when they're being
That's
sued.
more important.
Yeah. No one's going to invest in you when you're getting sued.
Right.
And they don't have the money to pay them.
They have, The only reason they have this remaining 25 is to finish off their requirements for Netflix.
Yeah.
With Minecraft Story Mode. So Netflix is technically
yeah.
paying that small crew to do their project.
Yeah.
Which is why I think it's kind of weird, like, the Netflix hasn't stepped in more. Because they said they're trying to find other partners to make their Stranger Things game. Because, you know, this Telltale news upset them too. But
Yeah.
you'd think they would just pay Telltale, like, to keep their staff on board and make the Stranger Things game, like, become a bigger investor rather than find a different studio. But I think there was more stuff behind the scenes with Telltale that we don't know, like management wise. It sounds like there's some pretty bad work conditions there.
Yeah.
Especially since you don't just run out of money. Like, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
You can say you're waiting on the final round of financing, but if that's what you need to keep your company going, you weren't doing well in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, this just came out of nowhere. Like, you figured they would have some kind of like meeting with their team before the implosion happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's crazy. Like, the fact that Telltale was on top of the world for a few years there, and now they're gone just overnight. Like, it's still crazy to me. A week later,
It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
the situation around it is even crazier. And I feel bad for all the people. Like, that really sucks. And I don't think I drove that home enough last week, that this just sucks when this happens to a studio and all the people who just got jobs.
Yeah.
But honestly, a lot of the people at Telltale were super talented, and they're going to tell some amazing stories at other studios. They're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Because they're some of the best storytellers in the business. Mechanically, Telltale's engine wasn't great, and, you know, on the programming side, they were pretty funky. But a lot of that, again, was down to the engine, not the people.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not necessarily worried about them, but it does suck. I just don't see how it got this bad.
Right. Ben, you have anything to say?
Not really, other than that it's a very unfortunate situation for the people who lost their jobs the way they did. I'm really more upset at some of the people I follow on Twitter who were seem to be more upset about the fact that their game wasn't going to be complete versus that people lost their freaking jobs.
Yeah.
Like, that made me angry, as if I don't have enough things to be angry about. So if you're the kind of person, you can take your little gaming privilege, turn it sideways, shine it real nice, and stick it straight up your ass.
Your candy ass.
Yeah, it's one of the same people that were mad that Nintendo Direct was
because The
delayed.
Rock is going to sue us. Look what you did. We're going to have a shutdown. God damn it. Rock's coming for us, guys. I mean, he could come on me, but I don't know if y'all are
Can you get your rocks off?
Yes, he can. He just
Are
does
you
that just by
rock hard
walking
now?
around, just by breathing.
Do you want to be his rock man?
I'll be his pillow man because I'm all squishy.
Pillow Man would be a really lame Mega Man boss.
Is it better or worse than Clown Man or the new one in Mega Man 11?
Which
The new one? Isn't there a new like weird villain in Mega Man 11?
I have a poster of it on my wall
Like
right
a polka
now.
dot man or
There's
something?
always one.
Oh, is it Ball Man? Or
Ball
whatever?
Man, yeah, there you go.
Bubble
yeah.
Man? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not Bubble Man. I know it's like Balloon something. Balloon Man?
Balloon Man, yeah, it's Balloon Man.
Yeah, is it any worse than Balloon Man or Spring Man? Yeah, there's some bad Mega Man villains.
There was Sheep Man.
Was there a Sheep Man? Is that real? I don't believe you.
I think it was
That was
Mega
the
Man
thing.
9, maybe?
I
Oh
think.
God.
I think
What's
you
the
might
power
be
that you get from there? You just
Mega Man 10. Mega Man 10.
I never
real
played
dumb.
it. Wow.
He's the
Sheep
electric
Man.
robot master in that
oh,
one.
okay.
Oh
Yeah,
right,
I'll-
stat like the static.
I'll send
man.
him to you. Real dumb, though.
Sheep Man.
Wow, that went from a very depressing situation to like all 180, all because of me, and I feel good about that.
We gotta have some way to get off of that depressing topic.
Yeah, and The Rock will help us.
Speaking of feeling good, Sony is finally enabling cross-platform play.
Oh my God,
Yay.
I love the memes. Survive together. I guess. Like I love that. Like, sure, fine, whatever, we'll do it. That Sony's that reluctant friend who doesn't want to go to the party, but after you talking to him about it so many times, okay, fine, I'll go just for you to shut the hell up. Okay, I'm here and I'm kind of having kind of fun.
No, he's more like the one that like never goes out with you, but you're like, hey, come. I really want someone to come to this movie with me, and no one else wants to go. Will you go if I pay? Yeah, sure. Like now that it's financially, like beneficial to them.
I don't have to spend money? Sure, let's rock.
Right. I can make money? Oh, okay. All they care about is the money.
Well, Sony backtracking on like, who wants to play old games? And crossplay is not good for our user base. All within the span of 2 weeks. I just find that so
make sure
funny.
People have the best experience on Sony. Oh, wait. Oh, they're making a lot of money on the other consoles? We want to make sure that people have the best experience with their friends on other consoles on Sony.
Nice.
It's more like, oh wait, Fortnite is really popular on the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this all came about because of Fortnite. Let's not hide anything here.
But the key thing to note here is that now your Epic account is no longer locked to your PS4.
Awesome.
So like I was a lot further on my. I mean, I don't know if I'll get back into Fortnite, but I do still have it on my Switch. If Ben wants to play again now that his controller is fixed, I assume maybe we'll jump back in. But
I did get new Joy-Cons.
And I think that was actually a game issue. Like I read that there was an update to it that fixed that issue. But anyway,
well, it was happening to every game, so it was probably.
But I'm just saying there was also some issues with the game itself. Yeah. So now your Epic account is no longer locked to your PS4. So I could take that old account and put it on my Switch and get rid of the account I made just for my Switch. That was only like level 2 or whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I haven't touched Fortnite at all outside of the time we played, just because others have been out. But like Season 6 apparently is a thing, so I might jump back into it. That's what I like about Fortnite's a game I can just jump back in. Yeah.
But you reminded me when you were talking about like Shovel Knight and some of the other stuff you've been playing on the Switch that Towerfall came out yesterday.
So I didn't play Shovel Knight on the Switch. I booted up my bleeding Wii U to play that game.
Well, no, that's fine. I mean, I have it on Wii U too. I did that recently. But I'm just saying, like the stuff that you like that is on the Switch you've been playing reminded me that Towerfall came out.
Did you pick up Towerfall yet?
I just did.
Is it a tower defense game?
No. I just got an email saying if anyone wants a review code, and I put through my hat. So. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Because I found out like I was gonna get Mario Party because I forgot it came out next Friday, and I'm going to a friend's house in. Wait, you guys don't know me. I'm going to a friend's house, like out of town, and he said he's gonna get it. So like I'll just play his copy while we're there because I was gonna put it on my Christmas list. So that way I can get Towerfall on Mega Man on Tuesday. So
cool.
Solid.
Same thing.
Oh yeah, that does come out on Tuesday, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that demo.
It wasn't great.
No, you guys didn't like the demo?
I didn't like that level. It was too long.
My babiness didn't. I was too much of a baby. It was too hard.
And like there wasn't any incentive to get to the Robot Master. Like it was, if it, that long of a level is fine in the actual game. It's fine. I don't know why I sounded like Christopher Walken there. But like in a demo, it just feels long, and then you get to the end, you beat it, and nothing happens.
I only got to that first mini boss, and now I kept dying because I keep forgetting I don't have a dash. I have a stupid slide. Look at me, I'm all archaic and shit.
8 Mega Man X games in like a month, and then tried to go to a Mega Man 11. It didn't work.
No, you're right.
But yeah, so like in the actual game, I'll get through those levels no problem. I still want to get it. And especially since they said that like the success of this game will dictate if they make any future Mega Man X games, I'm gonna buy Mega Man 11.
Same here. Yeah, and anybody who doesn't, I'm gonna hold a knife up to you and hug you, real close, and just say, "Take you to the register. I want 5 copies of Mega Man 11, please. I'll take all of them. They're $30 a piece. You can afford that. Maybe you don't have to buy Battle Pass this time.
You can't play it if they're murdered."
I'm just gonna incentivize them. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna
incentivize.
Yeah, just
like choice of words there, bud.
You play the shitty Mega Man game, to play a more fast-paced, fun rocking experience. Mega Man X game. Boom. Roasted. Suck it, classic fans.
Speaking of
But
classic
Sony-
franchises, Devil May Cry 5 has multiplayer and microtransactions.
Oh, wait, what? What?
Yeah, is it relating to the orb shit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing you use to upgrade your character, you can pay for.
Cool.
The thing that you used to get from just playing the damn game. Now
Yeah.
you
Still do. To be fair,
Yeah, there's still that. That's true.
Yeah.
But it's
and this is just
It's
single player. Like this is one of the things I don't mind because people are going to do it, and it's their own fault. They're going to like spend $30 completely upgrading their character, and then complain the game is too easy.
yeah,
Exactly.
That's what I'm
exactly.
doing. I don't care.
Yeah, 'cause
Like I remember, I just remember one of the things about Devil May Cry was the thing was like, oh well, I don't have enough moves unlocked. I'm getting my ass handed to me. Well, time to go grind some red orbs for a bit. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's an RPG.
that
Well,
was a
really
super satisfying thing when I played DMC. Because that's the only Devil May Cry game I've ever played. And
Devil May Cry.
Look, it's a fine game. Aesthetic wise, it's not for
It's the
everybody,
second best Devil May Cry game.
Oh, somebody
I was
said
making
it.
fun of the way you emphasized your letters.
Oh, my bad. Because I mean, Devil May Cry 5 reminds me of DMC so goddamn much. From maybe not artistic style, but just like models and stuff.
Because
And
Nero looks like that Dante.
yes, he does. I might
And
buy
he's the
a
main
PS
character.
I'm gonna buy a PS4 for fucking Devil May Cry 5. Like
You
that's
can
it.
do it for Spider-Man. But you'll do it for
Right?
DMC 5.
I mean, it's Spider-Man, whatever. It's fine.
Devil May
Look,
Cry
coming.
5 might come to PC. Who knows?
my PC can't. My PC will fucking start melting the second I
Probably will.
click hover it on Steam. That's what's gonna happen. Listen, Spider-Man
Spider-Man's one of the best
doesn't
games
have-
ever made, you fool.
Spider-Man doesn't have chainsaw wielding like that. Sold it to me, man. Like there's a craziness that I want, and Bayonetta 3 is not out yet for my Switch. So yes, I will fucking buy a PS4 for Devil May Cry 5, and I'll pick up Spider-Man 2 because it'll probably be cheap. It'll probably be cheaper by that point. So there's a like seriously, Devil May Cry is
Whatever gets you to play Spider-Man, but I don't see why Grandpa Dante makes you more excited for a PS4.
Oh,
than
Grandpa Dante, Nero fucking with his robotic arm, and all the fucking beautiful ladies that look, by the way, this game looks gorgeous. This game looks gorgeous.
That means
And
that translation, the ladies look gorgeous.
Yeah. Ben's gonna buy it for the realistic looking anime titties.
It's not anime titties, it's just real titties. It's CGI titties.
Realistic looking anime. Like it's this is an anime, let's be
It's
honest.
Japanese.
No, it totally is.
But no, I did say last week that girl with like the glasses and like the kind of
Lady?
like, tech
Or-
girl. No,
Oh,
the other
oh,
one.
no. Oh,
I don't know her name. But like the techie girl with the glasses, I actually really dig her look. Lady's cool too, but I like my glasses. Also, the point here is that there's supposedly multiplayer, and we don't know what it is yet, but
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Hopefully co-op, I'm hoping.
Yeah, I would love to tag team with Lo and Devil May Cry 5. That would be awesome.
You have Nero, the hero, and Dante.
I'll be old man
Marvelous
Dante.
Dante. There we go.
Or if I could play as like
One of my
Trish
many
the
secrets
lady,
is
I would
memory.
love that too.
Ben is definitely Grandpa Dante. He's not normal Dante. He's
No,
only
I
Grandpa
can't be
Dante.
Dante because I was never cool.
Oh, you're plenty cool.
But you're not Lady.
Yeah, but I want
Yeah,
to.
definitely not.
No, I'm not. But I don't know. She has crazy ass guns. I want to play as that. That seems like fun.
All right, that's fine.
Speaking of gothic anime,
Oh,
the Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood ESRB rates have been announced for PS4.
Oh my god.
These games were officially announced, by the way. It's not just ESRB ratings; they're actually confirmed.
All right, cool, confirmed. There we go.
What's weird though is it says like they're download only titles, which is fine. I don't mind, but it says they're remastered versions of these games emulated with 4K and 1080p upscaling, a number of different rendering options, and high resolution backgrounds. But when you play this trailer, like for the reveal, it has them as like the kind of smaller on screen with like the backdrops, like kind of the the border around it. So like, are they higher res? Because the whole point of resolution is that it's stretched to high definition screens.
Yeah.
Whether or not they are, if this was coming to Switch, I'd buy it in a heartbeat.
It's probably
These
not.
are two of the best Castlevania games of all time.
It sounds like it's PS4 exclusive,
I know, it sucks.
but I don't know. I think this is cool because I never actually like played through Symphony of the Night. I've started it a few times on different consoles, but I've never
For the man who loves
and played through it.
Metroidvanias,
Hey, I love the Game Boy Advance Castlevania games.
I know, but this is the OG, dude. This is
No,
Symphony of the Night's
this
so
this
good.
is not the OG.
What? Symphony of the Night's not the OG Metroidvania?
Oh, I guess
Well-
Metroidvania, but like
This came out around the time, well, not around the time of Super Metroid, but like this and Super Metroid kind of melded together to create the Metroidvania genre.
yeah.
Because this was the first, this one took from Super Metroid to make
Yeah.
it more like that style with the map and the, the multiple
Right.
paths and everything like that. So like that's how Metroidvania became a thing.
Right,
Before
which
it
is
was
why,
just,
and it's
hey,
one of the
this
greatest
is a
games
Metroid
made.
game. It was the only
Yeah.
ones that did it. So
It's an amazing game. It's one of the games that I'm like, I'm glad I played that when I got a
I
PS3.
still never finished this game, and I've had it on my 360 for years. I have the back compat. I boot it up. I'm like, nah. This is something about the Metroidvania version that doesn't really do anything for me.
Oh, that's why I don't really like Castlevania. I just love the more modern ones that give the Metroidvania elements, like the equipment you get, the different abilities you learn as you go.
Yeah,
The Castlevania grind isn't interesting to me.
I like the original Castlevanias more. That's just me.
They're fine, but it's not what I go to
Well, you can play
Castlevania for.
well, I mean, with this lucky thing with this little 2-pack, you can play Rondo of Blood, which is the best out of the original classic.
True, yeah, that's a classic
Castlevania
style.
series.
Yeah. Hopefully, it's the PC Engine version. And
It better be, because
Yeah.
nobody wants to play Dracula X. 'Cause that shit's awful, and I know because
Yeah.
I've been playing it on my Super Nintendo.
yeah.
I played the PSP version of that. The 3D
That's-
does not do that game any favors.
No, it doesn't. I have Dracula X Chronicles. It's not bad. It just doesn't look great.
I played it long enough to unlock Symphony of the Night, but that version of that game isn't very good either.
No, it's not.
It's weirdly glitchy.
Mm-hmm. Come to
Yeah,
Switch. Fuck your exclusivity. Get that fucking game on Switch.
I would love that. I would probably play it more on Switch than I would on PS4. But I wouldn't get
Symphony
it
of the
either.
Night on fucking Switch is just like, I'm gonna call in for work today. Why? I'm gonna play Symphony of the Night all fucking day. I don't care.
All right.
Cool.
The last news story that I have, I don't know if I'm missing anything, but it's the Greg Miller thing, kind of funny thing that you want to
Yeah.
talk about.
So this is funny to me because I mean, it's kind of funny, I guess.
God damn it!
Oh,
Just slip that right in there. By the way, I just want to point out right now that Greg Miller's entire Twitter is Spider-Man related because he's in the
Yeah.
game as shirtless Spider-Man, and also like his banner picture is Spider-Man with shirtless Spider-Man. So anyway, just wanted to point that out. So yeah, the real news story here is that the PlayStation blog announced that there will be no PSX this year. They said that the reason for this is that they just don't have anything new to announce. So I guess they're kind of just coasting on the games they've already, announced that are coming out, like the Death Stranding, that Sucker Punch game,
Last of Us 2.
whatever. Last of Us 2, like things like that like we already know about. They don't have anything new to show from, so they're just not doing a show. Even though Xbox announced that they're doing a conference.
yeah, they're bringing back their old like fan fest
Yeah,
thing.
which is really cool. Like I know that's not really on the news right now, but it's worth noting that Xbox is doing a conference and PlayStation isn't. Like what a weird 2018.
right.
Interesting.
When Xbox has more to show than PlayStation does. But there are still other conferences and things like the Game Awards and all that stuff, where maybe they just don't feel the need to have their own conference. They're just going to show stuff at the Game Awards, which is fine.
Also, there's like
because-
Paris Games Week, which is weird.
Yeah, true. There's a
Yeah.
lot of things around there, so they might just not have enough to show. But anyway, the point here is that Greg Miller famous, personality, online personality from IGN, and now kind of the creator of Kind of Funny, announced that because there's not going to be a PSX, they're going to be doing a Kind of Funny games showcase that same day that PSX would have been. And he put out a Twitter thing basically asking any developers, like, of anything, like, indie games, mobile games, big AAA titles, whatever. Anyone that wants to announce their games or show something from their games can present at this Kind of Funny games showcase press conference the Saturday after the Game Awards when PSX would have happened.
Sweet.
That's just kind of cool. Like, this internet community here is going to put on a conference when PlayStation won't. I don't know. That's neat to me. Like, it's going to give the little guys a chance. And also, like, they have a lot of contacts, so it's going to look good for them because they're going to get their names out there in a way that I don't think any other just community has done. And also, they're going to kind of fill a void in the game announcement landscape.
Well, it's not like PSX was doing anything the previous couple of years. They're kind of just like, let's sit on the couch and talk.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
That's true, actually. Last year, they didn't do much.
Yeah,
they just showed Medieval, I think, if I remember correctly, but it was just
We
like...
haven't seen anything else from.
No. I fell asleep during all that stuff. I'm like, can we... Oh, we're going to show Brutal Last of Us? So...
Yeah.
I think we got together and watched like a couple minutes and we're like, we're out.
Yep. I don't think I was there, but I saw some announcements. I was like, did PSX happen? Like, there's no news really.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this is gonna be cool, but it's just kind of funny. Dang it, I keep doing it. That like this YouTube channel / like podcast empire, I guess technically, because they have like 18 podcasts at any given time, is going to be putting on their own press conference for video games. Like, the internet's a weird place these days when anyone can just say, hey, we know a lot of developers. Do you guys want to help us? And they can make it happen. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very cool. Like he's posted a screenshot of his email. It's just blowing up.
Oh, did he?
Nice.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I like that underneath that it says, I'm serious. Because, let's be honest, this is kind of a goofy thing to put on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh wow. Yeah. That's crazy. So, I think it's going to be a big deal.
Yeah. Looks like it.
IGN's covering it, which granted, they used to work for IGN, so it's not that weird. They do a lot of stuff together. But, like, this is press coverage. Like, they're going to get stuff. They had the head designer, I think it is, of Insomniac Games on like a Spider-Man spoiler podcast. They've had Cory Balrog, who is like the lead on the new God of War game, on there for a God of War podcast or God of War spoiler cast. Like, they've had a bunch of voice actors and stuff on. Like, they know people in the industry.
Yeah.
So this could be just as big of a deal as anything else could be, but they're not going to be biased towards any specific thing, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
It's going to be like the Game Awards, but without the awards part, which is arguably the worst part of the Game Awards.
Is there anything else that we need to discuss, or are we good?
I don't think so. I think we pretty much
so.
nailed it this time.
Skullomania is going to be in that SNK Heroines game as a woman.
Crusher. Skullo Slider. I remember.
That's literally just...
Street Fighter
What?
EX.
Skullomania is going to be a woman?
Yes, it's literally Skullomania with tits. It's full on
amazing.
skeleton
Are there
mascot.
screenshots of this? I need to know.
Incredible.
Yeah, it's same moveset. It has a female. She has a female voice now. But yeah, just like with Terry Bogard, Skullomania is now Skullwomania. This is Skullomania.
Oh my god!
Skullomania.
What?
I'm looking at videos. I'm looking at pictures of this, and it's blowing my mind.
Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't seen Gay Heroines, I think she is not here yet, but look forward to that because I think Terry Bogard. This was like during Evo, like he's in the Fighting Layer EX game. He's in that one too. So there's sort of like a cross promotion between the two companies, which is cool. Like Skullomania with tits. That's awesome.
I know what porn I'm looking up tonight. Justin.
Gross. Also, no, real quick. Shovel Knight was announced for Brawlhalla, if that still matters. I think actually like a lot of the knights were announced because that game has interchangeable characters. So why not just put all of them in there?
Well, if he's not in Smash, he'll be in that, I guess.
He's in every fighting game right now, like pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Except Smash. And I don't know if we're the moment to talk about Meltan, the new Pokemon that was announced.
Oh wait, I thought you guys talked about that last week.
We didn't know what it was last week.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like officially announced as a new Pokemon. We don't know yet if it's Gen 7 or 8. I thought we got the last Gen 7 Pokemon.
Well, it's gonna be in
from
Let's
the data
Go
line.
Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu.
Right. But they said there's going to be a never before seen Pokemon in this game. And there was already some teases like from merchandise of a potentially like unannounced Eevee evolution. So I assumed that was going to be what's new, and it's the first tease of a Gen 8 Pokemon. But if this is the one, it says there was a listing for it that it's like number 891 or whatever, which would make it Gen 8. But why would they randomly put one Gen 8 Pokemon in here that's a legendary from that game? Like they did announce this as a legendary Pokemon. It says most of Meltan's body is made from liquid metal, and its shape is very fluid. It can use its liquid arms and legs to corrode metal and absorb it into its own body. It's actually pretty cool.
It's a 2000. That's what that shit is.
Meltan generates electricity using the metal it absorbs from outside sources. It's not an electric type though, which is weird.
Yeah, she's
electricity. What?
I looked up this new creature, and like I'm all for Meltan. He looks like I like the gooey nut. He looks pretty cool.
Yeah, he's
there's some weird red thing that's coming out of him that looks like a penis.
No, it's his tail. It's the back.
Oh, okay.
That's.
It's also his penis.
I can't tell his back from his front, so it looked like a penis.
Fair point. It's like all crooked though. He's not a duck.
Wait, do ducks have crooked penises?
They have corkscrew penises. Yes.
Oh wow.
Google it.
Don't
Google it.
And cats have barred penises. So
it's true. Yeah, but they stay in. Like they only come out when they need to use them. I've never seen a cat penis.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. Like I have 3 of them, 2 of boys. Never seen a cat penis. Anyway, it uses this electricity as an energy source and also as an attack that can be fired from its eye. Again, not an electric type. Clearly a curious Pokemon, Meltan is very expressive and shows an interest in all kinds of things, but mostly the destruction of humanity.
Nice.
Dun 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 dun. Somebody get on that, please. Just the flaming background with Meltan just looking at you happy.
Yeah, it's just like it slowly goes, like the screen slowly goes red as it just zooms in on Meltan.
That'd be awesome. I did like the reveal for this because, like, I don't play the Pokemon game, but my Twitter feed was blowing the fuck up. I'm like,
what is this thing?
Who hacked the game? That's all I thought. Like, who hacked Pokemon Go? Like, what is this?
I thought it was a glitch. Like last week we were talking, and I was like, I feel like this is just like how Kecleon is going to show up in the wild, but like it's actually real. Like this is a real thing. And that's what's weird to me. It's like they just officially announced. They're like, yeah, this thing exists. Like, there's a weird Pokemon showing up in Pokemon Go. I wonder what it is. Like, from all the official channels. And then, like, a day or two later, they actually announced what it is. Like, that's really cool that they can just kind of do that now. In this, in this forum. But they didn't announce anything about its number, its generation, anything like that. They just announced its name, its description, and said that it's something that will show up in Let's Go as an all-new Pokemon. So, I don't know. But I assume it'll transfer to Gen 8, whether it's a legendary there or not. But I just thought it was worth mentioning, like, officially, since we talked about it last week. But that's it.
Cool. Justin, where can people find you?
They can find me on Twitter and YouTube if they look up Zero Score.
And Lo.
You can find me on Twitter, Nero the Hero, N3R0, THEH3R0. You can also find me on YouTube, Nero the Hero, all with letters. And you can find me here with these guys.
These guys.
And Ben.
These guys.
Twitter.com/MarvelousIggy for all things concerning the self-proclaimed Marvelous one. You can check out the GreenLanternCorps.com, which is the website that I write for. DC just released a pretty controversial new series called Heroes in Crisis. If you didn't check trending on Twitter on Wednesday, a lot of people are upset. If you've read the issue and you want to see my thoughts on it, go check that out. If you just don't give a fuck about spoilers, go check it out. Tell your friends, tell your mom.
And you can check me out on Twitter, CSG Thomas. And you can also check us out at charshot.com. That's where all of our audio, video, written content lives. You can also email me, thomas@charshot.com. And also check out our Discord. We have a gaming Discord and we have a wrestling Discord. If you want to talk wrestling, join that. Me and Ben are in there with some other guys. We talk during pay-per-views. And in the gaming Discord, I post screenshots of Yakuza and some other weird stuff.
And I actually talk it there because wrestling's stupid.
Wow, that's so mean. God.
It's so true.
Judgmental whore.
Did you guys know that Raw had its lowest rating ever this past week?
It was like 1 point something, right?
It was 0.8.
Wow, I didn't think you could get any lower than that.
Man, sounds like they got the Raw end of that deal.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Thank you, good night.
Perfect.
All right.
Stop that.
Eh.
Incredible.
Oh, thank God my fan is on again.